Hello everyone, this is Pia and welcome to another vlog. In my last video, I made a 3D model of the plant cell. This time, I made another 3D model, but it isn't for a specific type of cell, but rather I constructed a model for the cell membrane. So the cell membrane is found in all cells and it is the one that separates the inside of the cell from the outside environment. I actually find this model much harder to make compared to the last one, but just as they say, all's well that ends well, so yeah, I'll be presenting to you the process of how I made this model now. The materials that I use for this model are all found here at home. Some are the leftovers from the project that I made the last time, and others are just random stuff that I stumbled upon. First is of course our base. I used styrofoam for this one. I cut out 4 8x12 and 2 8x10.5 rectangles, all in inches, and glued them together in order to make a rectangular box. After that, I covered the box with papers that I won't be using anymore and painted it with white. After the white paint has dried, I painted it again, but with a very light shade of green this time. I originally planned to use clay for my proteins, but I figured out that they'd probably be too heavy and pasting them would take a long time, so I just used an old expanding envelope which I found in my room. I drew the structures, cut them, and glued them on the base. For my heads, I decided to use scratch papers. I just cut the bond paper into 4, crumpled each one, and covered the upper part with cotton. The other molecules were easier to make. I only needed some green yarn for the tails, clay for the cholesterol, and beads for the glycolipids and carbohydrates. And here is our final result. A cell's membrane is a phospholipid bilayer. It has heads that face the inside and outside of the cell. They also love water. Meanwhile, the tails are hydrophobic, so they repel from it. This structure is the channel protein. It is a special tube-like structure that allows large molecules to enter the cell. This right here is the peripheral protein. Peripheral proteins allow cells to coordinate and communicate using networks of proteins and reactions. This structure, on the other hand, is called the integral protein. It has a range of important functions. Such functions include channeling or transporting molecules across the membrane. The orange clay represents the cholesterol, which provides stability to the plasma membrane by limiting the movement of the phospholipids. Now, let us proceed to the top part. These green beads are our glycolipids. They may act as receptors and may be responsible for specific cellular contact and for signal transduction. This is the glycoprotein, and they are very important for cell-to-cell recognition and adhesion. Lastly, our globular protein. Globular proteins play many biological roles, including acting as enzymes, hormones, and transport molecules. And that's it! That's my 3D cell membrane model. Now, it's your turn. Be creative in your own ways and don't forget to learn in the process. Thank you and have a great day.